What's up guys, Raging Amish here, and it's time to finally kick off a new series. You guys have asked a lot of questions over the past year, and I think it's time for me to answer them. We're gonna get right into it. Welcome to Ask an Amishman. Are you actually Amish? Yep, I've got a gas-powered Xbox, I have my cat running on a treadmill to power my router, and I'm using cups and string for internet cord. Or maybe I just made all that up. To everyone who is curious, no, I am not Amish. I don't have a buggy, I don't live on a farm, I don't wear suspenders. Well, at least not in public. I'm not a member of the Amish church. Then where the hell did the name come from? I chose the name Raging Amish because I wanted to pick an online moniker that would be memorable, but also kinda tie into who I am. My family was a part of the Amish church 5 generations ago. My great-great-grandfather left the church, and my family became Mennonite. Basically, that means I have a lot of the Anabaptist beliefs of an Amishman, but I use electricity and don't rely on a horse for transport. I asked myself, what adjective could I add to Amish to make it amusing and easy to remember? Raging Amish is what came to mind. Would you answer this question? Well, maybe I could. No! Where did you get the idea for your gun reviews? A lot of my inspiration came from Doug Walker, or as he's better known, the Nostalgia Critic. He's the main reviewer over at thatguywiththeglasses.com. I'll put a link in the description below so you can check out some of his stuff. Basically, I saw what he was doing and really enjoyed watching his reviews. I wanted to get started doing my own videos, but I knew I would have to review something that I enjoyed. When I finally got down to it, I chose Call of Duty because I was hooked to Modern Warfare 2 at the time. I loved the diversity of the guns, and I figured I could make a review series out of it. The rest is history. How did you find out about the Nostalgia Critic? That's actually a long story. I spent a 6-month semester in Germany where I got introduced to John Carpenter's movies from the 80s. One of my favorites was The Thing. I looked that up on YouTube and sure enough, I found a guy called Spoony who did a review on a video game called The Thing. I kept watching his videos and eventually Spoony did a crossover review for Alone in the Dark with the Nostalgia Critic. From that point on, I became a huge fan of Doug Walker. Has anyone really been far, even as decided, to use even go want to do look more like? Well, since May Capper ask you. I love you, Chuck. No homo. Which has you more pumped, Modern Warfare 3 or Battlefield 3? Modern Warfare 3 easily. I don't want to bash Battlefield fans, but the fact is, I've never played Battlefield before. I am curious to see how BF3 plays. I've heard great things about the PC version, but horrible things on the console. I plan to review Battlefield 3 for the PS3 when it gets here, but I'm definitely more pumped for Modern Warfare 3. Will you ever switch to Battlefield, at least partially? I will not get involved in the Battlefield versus COD argument, but the answer is no. I thought Battlefield reviews would be a possibility until I played the Battlefield 3 beta. I'm not going to judge the game until I play the full release, but I did not like what I saw in the beta. The graphics seemed bland, the lag was horrible, and I did not like that each faction has access to different guns. That was really annoying. I really am trying to walk into Battlefield 3 with an open mind to give it fair judgment. I will buy the game to see what kind of fixes they add after the beta period is over. I'm not gonna lie, the game hasn't looked promising so far. Amish, if somebody loved the Uzi and made it their favorite gun in Black Ops, how would you react?
What?
Do you prefer the Xbox or PS3 controller? The Xbox controller, hands down. Hell, I'm one of the few people that really like the original Xbox controller from way back when. A lot of people wondered how I could like such a big controller. Here's my response. Do you know what they say about guys with small hands? Who is your favorite COD commentator? I'm not going to name just one person. It's not fair for me to pick just one because I can name a few I really enjoy. If I were to give a top 5 list in no particular order, I'd say Tryhard Ninja, Ask a Capper, Xbox Ahoy, Sazin13, and Skrilla Kev. I feel I've grown on YouTube with all of these guys in some way, shape, or form. I love their content, and it really is a pleasure to watch every video they put out. Other than shooters, what other genres of games do you enjoy playing? And could you give some examples of games from those genres? I played a lot of games over the years. Outside of shooters, I love the mech genre. And by that, I mean any game that lets you customize a futuristic war machine for combat. I love the Mech Warrior and Mech Assault games. Mech Assault 2 for the Xbox had some of the best multiplayer I've ever experienced. I also love the Armored Core series. The level of customization in those games is jaw-dropping and mind-bendingly addicting. Outside of the mech games, I also love real-time strategy. I played a lot of Age of Empires 2 back in the day, and more recently, I became addicted to Sins of a Solar Empire. Before COD, that's the game I played day in and day out. It was definitely different, but so much fun. Alright, that's where I'm going to end this episode of Ask an Amishman. Thanks for watching, and please be sure to give me some new questions in the comments below. I love reading through them to answer what you guys want to know. The rules and guidelines are as follows. Please limit yourself to one question, and go through the list to give a thumbs up to questions you'd like to see answered. I'll be back again with this series pretty soon. Until then, remember, I'm not Amish. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time.